It has been 154 days since Hurricane Idalia laid waste to Suwannee County. What makes the county and city of Live Oak different from others in Florida is that its population is mainly based in agriculture. More than 5 months later, Idalia is still impacting Suwannee farmers like it was yesterday. To many in Suwannee County, agriculture is simply referred to as ag, and one of ag's biggest advocates can be found at Live Oak City Hall. City Manager Larry Sessions witnessed firsthand what Idalia did to local farmers.
I know of one farmer that's been doing this for 40 plus years. He went out of business the day of the storm.
In the months after the hurricane, economists estimate the agricultural losses tallied up to $380 million. That number doesn't factor in the long-term effects of an estimated 5 million chicken deaths. Farmer Wesley Wainwright used to operate 18 chicken houses, each the length of 2 football fields. Idalia damaged 10 of those 18. He hasn't gotten back to full production.
Currently, I have 4 houses that are still out of production and will be for about another 2 months before I get those 4 back online. But again, it's the difficulties that has been in place for a lot of these farmers is just the lack of funding.
Wainwright's farm is down the road in the heart of Suwannee County. Most of his production comes from raising Pilgrim's Pride chickens. While the majority of his livestock is chickens, Wainwright still has a substantial cow and hay operation. It's important to note that not all farm animals are created equal. When it comes to cows, like the ones behind me, they're pretty much self-sustainable. Farmers will leave them out even during hurricanes because they can weigh more than a ton. They just get low to the ground, weather the storm. But when it comes to chickens, on the other hand, you have about 29,000 of them per house. If a house falls over, if anything goes wrong, you can lose about 29,000 chickens. There are 3 real challenges presented to the Suwannee ag community right now. First being that insurance companies do not offer wind insurance to farmers in the state of Florida, so payment has to be made out of pocket and with relief funds. Second, relief funds from the federal government are not set to disperse until the end of this year, a year and a half after the storm. Third, the average age of farmers is 57 and a half years old. Producers affected by the storm are given a choice between fighting to get back on their feet or going into early retirement, many with no one to replace them.
I would just encourage and try to get guidance counselors in these high schools to, hey, you need to be steering kids over to look at the agricultural community. It's not just working in the field. It's not just catching chickens or working cows. It's not, that hands-on. It's not just the hands-on thing anymore.
For Wainwright, Sessions, and other devout members of the ag community, it's about feeding society. The decrease in farms and farmers is not unique to Florida. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, as of 2022, there has been a 7.5% decrease in the number of farms in the U.S. since 2000. Reporting live in studio, Jake Lynch, WUFT News.